I think our pressure was about as good as it can be. Our white press, which is when the guy is on the ball, they were 1 for 27 against it. Our 22, 2 for 9. Our zone defense was 2 for 11. Our man was good, and both of these guys played a tremendous game. Jordan doesn't realize it because he's not the second leading scorer in the country, but he's a much better basketball player today than he's ever been because he's now a good defensive player. He's now a passer. We know he can score, but he 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 turnover. He's really improving, really coming on. Great team guy. And the big fella tonight came to play. He knew how important this game was for us, and he was magnificent. Really happy for him. Happy the way he played. Happy the way the whole team played, because we had to get. We lost a couple of really, really tough games at the buzzer, and tonight we made cast no shadow who was going to win that game, and that's a credit to these guys.
It's been on you. You know, that felt like the criticism should have fallen on your shoulders. But did you feel like tonight you had to kind of find your game and get back to the way you had played really the first 14 or so?
Well, to be honest, I mean, most of my play that's been going on recently is really on me. I mean, I know I could be way better than what I was. I'll give a lot of credit to my teammates today because they pushed me to be better today, gave me great looks today. I got to stop letting the little things get to me. I got to start moving on from different plays. When I mess up on something or anything, I be getting too much in my head sometimes. But give a lot of credit to my teammates tonight. Teammates and coaching staff for preparing me for this game. You know, when I say that, I mean like in plays, like in basketball, like if I miss a shot, miss a rebound, you're still thinking about it. Like 3 plays later, I'm still thinking about it. So that's what I mean when I say things in my head.
Been pretty frustrating. Obviously, I wanted to be out there playing with my teammates, and I know all the hard work that we all put into preparing for every single game. So I was just really glad to be back out there. I thank God that I was able to get healthy in time, and it was a really exciting win.
When you're watching on television, what are you thinking as you see, obviously against Seton Hall, the team struggles against Marquette, they fell just short. Just what's going through your mind as you're watching on TV?
Well, the primary thing is I just wish I was out there fighting with my teammates. But those games, I think Seton Hall played a great game. You know, there was a little in the basket for us. I think we missed like our first 10 shots. But nights like that just happen sometimes. And the Marquette game was really competitive. I thought that we brought it to them early in the first half, and then a few lapses in the second half. Just that we need to be better on. That we learned from our mistakes. We made sure that we came out today and competed for the full 40 minutes.
Every game is a lot harder. I mean, this game we knew it was very important. Definitely we're playing a great team that has a lot of fans that come into this building. So we knew that they were going to bring a lot of energy. They came off. I think they were losing 3 out of their last 4. I think we just lost 3 in a row. So we knew today was going to be a hard-fought game. So I'm just proud of our guys for bringing it in the second half and continue to play defense and continue to build off that. So we're just going to try to keep building into the next game.
What did you think, Jordan?
Yeah, and the Big East, this league is so competitive. You know, the top isn't really that far apart from anybody. So we know that every game that we play, there's a lot of significance to it in terms of our postseason potential, and you don't overlook anybody.
Joel, receiving that ovation that you had at the end of the game, what was going through your mind, going through your head at that moment?
Just happy because these fans show a lot of love, man. Even when you're down, even when you're up, they're still the same type of fans. My head really, I was just saying finally on that bounce back game, and it's been too long.
Rick, when at halftime, when Villanova was able to kind of get it within 5 and their fans start to make a little noise, but then after that, you guys really just kind of take off and put your foot down. What do you say to that response, and how you guys responded?
I just kept reminding them about the Marquette game, how we came out in the second half and let them score 18 or 22. I said, rebounding and defense is going to win this game. Most of the time when you play a Villanova team, it's not going to be a high-scoring game. It was a little bit at their place, but we out-rebounded them 42 to 23 and had 17 assists. I thought these guys were brilliant. Their pressure, full court was great. The Garden was great. Everything about them, they deserved the victory. I always say this about these guys. They're the finest young men I've ever coached. on the court, they can be really, really frustrating. And I want to kill them about 90% of the time. But they want to win so badly, and I want to win so badly for them. I've got 650 guys who haven't competed except Na and DJ in the tournament. I want to see Jordan play in the tournament. I want to see my big fella play in the tournament. And we're going to do everything possible to try and get there. We knew how important this game was. This was basically for 4th place. And I don't know how many years it's been since we've swept Villanova, but Villanova's
31.
Sorry.
31.
That's all. And it was done in the right fashion. And I want to see these guys get to a tournament. They're the type of people that earn it, deserve it, and they'll give me everything they have all the time. Jordan really didn't have COVID. He just wanted to take a day off. He was sick, and he came back and played with a mask on. Couldn't breathe. I mean, Jordan wanted to come back. I mean, he wanted to play, and tonight Sim got to start, which he much deserved because he's the best cheerleader on the bench. I thought Glenn Taylor gave us a fabulous few minutes getting on the floor, was a difference maker in getting the lead. And then Driza made a big 3 in the corner, and Joel's telling me that's what he does. And I said, okay, can I get him out now? And he said, so the bench gave us that 10-point lead, which was great. Jordan made some big plays down the stretch. But when I see 4 assists, 4 or 5 rebounds, and 1 turnover, I'm really happy with Jordan. I know he can score. There's nobody who scores better than him.
Rick, what do you think was different about Joel tonight? Maybe compared to the last few games?
Well, he wanted the ball inside. Joel was really locked in defensively. He switched a lot and didn't give up. He played a lot of guards tonight and didn't give up. Joel really, he's becoming a very good defensive player as well. He challenged every shot inside. I thought he was very cerebral, besides being very good. He's very upbeat, very positive. He knew how much we needed this game. I mean, we're not going to bullshit you guys. This was a big game for us. They needed it. We needed it. We played this game as if everything was on the line from the season. We didn't want to go into Xavier with a 4-game losing streak. We had to get this game. And they came through. They came through in a big way. So, they're both two outstanding basketball players. Jordan's a great teammate. Like, he could have said easily, well, the freshman starting over me. Not even an ounce of ego. Rooting them on, doing the right thing. So they're just a special group. I want it badly for them. And I gave him off tomorrow for a great game. I didn't want to do it, but Joel asked me to do it. So we're going to take off tomorrow and get back at work because we know we have a rough road coming up.
Rick, I saw Na warming up before the game. Was he close at all?
He'll be ready for the next game. He's not as tough as these two guys. A little bit sloppy from Connecticut. So, Na, I thought it was an Achilles. I thought it was something real serious. It's just a minor sprain. He'll be back on Friday for practice.
Right here in the front.
To the players and the coach, Coach Pitino, when you hear this is the first time that you took both games from Nova since 92, 93, what does that mean to you personally? What does it mean to the program?
I think it's a representation of how hard we've been working this year. I think it's a sign of great change, and honestly, we really couldn't have done it without our great fans. I mean, I haven't played in an environment like this ever in my life. They did a really great job back in the garden, especially at 8:30 p.m. on the work day, and that means the world to me, my teammates, and coaching staff. The energy here was amazing, and it is every other game. So, truth be told, it's a lot of credit that has to go around for this school. It does mean the world.
Well, I mean, as you know, if you've been following this program since I've been here, Villanova been kind of kicking my butts a lot. So I'm very happy that our coaching staff first I'll give a lot of credit to our coaching staff because they prepare us for every game. Schematic wise, they give us the answers to the test basically. So I give a lot of credit to them. A lot of credit to our teammates because they knew how big this game was. they knew how hard we had to play against, especially a hungry Villanova team. They were very hungry today. Give a lot of credit to those guys. So just very happy. Back when Jordan on the fans too. The fans were amazing tonight. It's been amazing every game in the Garden this year. So give a lot of credit to them as well.
Just a few more at the end.
Rick, of course, you got the week ahead of you. You know, how does a win like this set the tone for you guys going on the road against Xavier next week?
Well, the thing about, and Jordan mentioned it earlier, it's the Big East. You know, it's we've played one bad game this year, and that's a credit to Seton Hall. But, you know, I've got the ultimate confidence in these guys. They'll come to play. They're road tough. They took Creighton to the wire on the road. They're a good road team. They're very mature. They're a good road team. We got great leadership. Look, I know how Cintas is a great home court. The road's going to be very difficult, but we're just very excited with the way we played tonight. The way 42-23 on the backboard, the way these two guys played. We're very excited about the win. I try to tell them, don't get too down, don't get too up, but I told them this is the game tonight. This is the game. Make no mistake about it. I said, this is the game. If you 6 seniors want to play in the tournament, you must get this game. This is the game. And they responded in a big way. Our fans, man. You know, for me, I had 2 of my children here, Chris and Michael. And, you know, when I was the Knick coach, they were too young to remember, even though Michael was behind the bench when Kareem was playing his last game. And they don't remember the Garden. Like, I try to tell them about the Garden all the time. And I get very misty-eyed all the time. Just in the starting lineup, I get misty-eyed because of the Garden. So for me, it's the most special thing in the world. And to see the fans come out, and regardless of whether Villanova had a lot of fans, play like we did tonight, you won't hear them. We obviously know that when Connecticut comes in here, there's going to be 18,000, 19,000. They're probably going to bring 8,000 or 9,000. It's a credit to their fan base, but that's okay. Our fans have been awesome, absolutely awesome. And we're really appreciative of their support. The Garden is magical. The Garden is special. I know how much these guys appreciate it. For somebody like Jordan, not that Penn's not playing in the Garden on the bluster all the time, but it's different for him, and there's nobody who deserves it more than him to play in this atmosphere. He'll remember for the rest of his life, and the big fella here, he responds very well and gives all the credit. Two very humble young men, 2 very humble who brought it tonight, and that's why we played so great.
Take 2 more, Sarah, and then Kevin.
Coach, earlier in the week on Twitter, Peyton Siva said, when you're a point guard, everything falls on you. You are essentially an extension of the coach. Obviously, with Sim starting tonight, I wanted to ask you if you see any similar traits in Sim that you once saw in Peyton.
Yeah, they're both awful as freshmen. Only Peyton Siva was one of the worst freshmen I've ever had and one of the best junior seniors I've ever experienced. Only 2 players have ever won back-to-back MVPs, Patrick Ewing and Peyton Siva, in the Big East tournament. Sim, I thought I wanted to start him because he's the best teammate for these guys. He roots the hardest. And obviously Jordan wasn't ready because of COVID, but I wanted to play Sim at the 2, where the pressure's not on him to run all the plays. It's really difficult for a freshman to do that. Peyton didn't play as a freshman. Russ Smith, I wouldn't even consider playing as a freshman. And his jersey's hanging in the rafters. So Sim's great, Brady's great, and I was really, really happy for him. He did a good job tonight. When he plays the combo guard, he can play 20, 25 minutes. The pressure on the, you know, we had to get on, Joel and I had to get on DJ for not shooting the second 3 tonight, and then he took it. And DJ is he's the leader of this basketball team. Joel makes it fun. DJ makes it business, and the 2 of them are a great combination together. So, you know, he's all business. Joel wants to have fun with the game. I had a little tequila for the first time in a while. He asked me for it, and I had to take a sip. I said, no, we don't do that.
Rick, I did want to ask you about Brady. I mean, he had this incredible 3-game stretch a couple of weeks ago and has cooled off since. Is it that he's pressing or just the shots aren't falling? Or?
No, Brady, even though he played very well at Villanova, what Villanova does, when they see a mismatch physically, they're going to back you in, back you in, back you in. It's not a game for Brady, even though he played great at Villanova. And, you know, it just wasn't, we need strength right now. We needed Glenn, we needed Jordan, we needed physical strength. And Simeon did a terrific job with that. So it wasn't necessarily, Brady's a really good foul shooter. He'll make 98. Some of those things get in your head. It shouldn't with Brady because he has no conscience. He'll shoot the ball. So it just wasn't his game tonight. We needed to go with Glenn tonight, and RJ certainly with Jordan. It had nothing to do with Brady.
Thanks, guys.